fly. We're actually able to change into anything and do anything in the world. Well, they could control things like around cities. So like things like security.
Oh, the trouble is robots can sort of do anything, so actually they'd end up taking over and you don't end up with any jobs and no one's making any money, so... I don't really know. I suppose you have robots to go into war zones and to do things that humans can't. Don't think that they're really... they're quite important, but actually to not build them might be a good thing, because otherwise people run out of jobs, because they can do pretty much anything that human could.
My homework.
My chores. It could go to school for us.
Yeah.
And then like, we could go out, just, you know.
Yeah, let's think I say properly. Like...
We wouldn't need a queen anymore, we could have a robot for queen.
Yeah, government, that'd be good.
Because then they can't be biased.
Yeah, and then we could program them. That'd be cool.
Well, it kind of, because you've asked me what would I have it do, it's almost like saying what would I want it to do for me, as opposed to what would I want it to do in industry. So if we put industry out of the question, why would I want to have a robot? Wake me up gently in the morning, I suppose, is about all I can think of off the top of my head. I don't actually know. I've never found that I've had the need for anything at all. If I can't do it, and I want to do it, I will probably try and find out how to do it. I don't think in my home life and in my personal private life that I have a need for any kind of labour saving. It's a bit of a drag to, turn the washing machine on and stuff like that, but outside of that kind of thing, I don't know. No, I don't have a big personal preference for robotics outside of industry. If I had one in my house, what would I get it to do? I don't think I'd probably sell it. Want to buy a robot? What would I want it to do in industry that it's not already doing? Wow, that's tricky, because I'm sure in industry the vast majority of areas are already being at least tackled, if not the problems have been solved. I don't know. Industry. There's got to be some dull jobs. Frequently I come across people who have these dull, boring jobs of taking leaflets, flyers that have been distributed, and they have to fold them gently, open up an envelope and put them inside. And that seems to me a boring way to earn your living all day long. And I've never actually seen, I've seen folding machines, but I've never yet seen a machine that folds it, opens up an envelope, sticks it in an envelope, seals the envelope and puts it in the post box. So maybe, I don't know. It's not a job that I wouldn't want to do.
Housework, really. I think
domestic
that'd be depressing.
robot.
Yeah.
Make me cornflakes in the morning.
Actually make them, process them.
Oh yeah, actually regurgitate them. Maybe on a more serious note, I don't know, actually. So many things robots can do, like how capable do you think the robots will actually be?
I'd like to...
How developed do you think they'll be?
Maybe emergency services, maybe, but not the police.
You can't get to a bodyguard or something like that.
Yeah. Maybe not police, because you see all these sci-fi films. And they go crazy.
Robocop,
Power highs. So yeah.
I would design my robot to sort of teach people that you shouldn't take stuff for granted, and that every second is really important. So how you choose to use it is up to you, and you shouldn't regret what you did, really, because there should be no room for regret, but I still do think that if you get something wrong, you just like carry on again. But I think that we should think more wisely, and also I want my robot to be a really good dancer.
If I could have a robot, I'd probably program it to probably do sports, or be someone who wants to actually help people, and so when some people are struggling with like the recession and things, help them to be a bit more hopeful and mentally be able to deal with it. And also, if I could have another robot, like a mate for my other robot, it would probably be like an Olympian, and it would be really good at sports, and a well-rounded person that could change the world.
If I had like a mate robot, I would try to teach athletes that they're really lucky, because I really want to go to the Olympics, and I would say they're really lucky and they shouldn't take stuff like steroids, because they can get better, they just have to train, but they don't have to like use things to make themselves powerful. Yeah, take drugs and stuff. So yeah.
Clean the house. Housework, definitely. Like, and maybe have one that helps you with your homework. Like, as I already said, you'll have one like it's got a search engine in its brain. It's got all the internet and everything. So it's like Google. You type in something when you're searching for it, but instead with the robots, you'll be saying it, and like they'll have like dictionaries in their brains where it's not brains. It'll be like microchips and everything inside.
And it would be great if a robot had like Microsoft Word programmed into it. So instead of writing your story, you sit back in the chair and think there was once a little girl who took a walk in a park, and it would display all its head.
And then afterwards you'll have like a printer in its arm or something like that. You know, like something robot-y, or I don't know. What do you think?
Well, it would just be like maybe we could still have computers, and we could still, our robot could have a little USB thing inside and say downloading the file to your USB.
It will be like Inspector Gadget, you know, the one that has like loads of tools coming out of his head. So with this one, it would probably be like that.
It would have lots of arms that can do a lot of things, and it would have eyes that can switch to X-ray and infrared and things like that, and it would have lots of cameras
That's a toughie. Depends where I was living at the time. If I was living in my house at the moment, probably housework and tidying, because I do too much of that at home.
I'd make it do a little bit of tidying and basically like do loads of the housework.
Washing up, etc.
Instead of my mum nagging me to do